Hey everyone, sorry for the interruptions, but how cool are these lights? Obviously it's the season to be jolly. Bittersweet, to be honest, because this is the last of our big trip series episodes. And it's been a fantastic journey. We've enjoyed bringing you guys along, and all the comments and interactions that we've had. It's been fantastic.
Thanks so much, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so we're probably going to take 2 to 3 weeks off over the Christmas New Year period. But we do have our big trip series wrap-up video coming out, so make sure you put any questions you have for us in the comments down below, and we'll make sure we get to them in the Q&A section. Other than that, look, 'tis the time of year to spend it with those you love, friends and family, and be safe.
Yeah, be safe, and thanks so much for everything this year, and there's plenty to come next year too, so it's not the end. We're just going to have a break now.
Just wind down a little bit. Enjoy the season with our family.
But have a wonderful holiday period yourself, guys, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Catch you next year. See ya.
See ya.
G'day everyone, and welcome to Murchison Station, Kalbarri. Stoked to be here. Kalbarri is one of my favourite places, and this place, Murchison Station, it's sort of an origin story for Roamin in the Robbo, as silly as that sounds. Way back before we had the Robbo, we hired a camper trailer, and this thing was big, heavy, unwieldy. The alignment was out. It would shake all over the road at 90 k's an hour. We were not 2 kilometres from home, and we had to change a tyre. When I changed that tyre, I left the keys on the top of the camper, lost them, so all the compartments were locked. On that trip, we also had a 20-litre jerry can in the boot of the car spill over and flood the entire car. The carpet, the underlay from the boot all the way to the front seats was soaking wet. Even so, that was just one of the most spectacular trips we'd ever had. We fell in love with this kind of touring, and not long after that trip, we purchased the Robbo. And here we are, back again. This place has 2 camping options. You can either camp down by the homestead. It's quite busy there, but you do have the amenity block, showers, toilets, all that sort of stuff. But then you can also, which is what we're doing this time, is accessing the main property, full drive tracks, and basically you can pitch up wherever you feel like. There's a few points of interest out there. I'm not too sure what the size of the property is. We'll give some more information on this station and what it's used for and how big it is later on in the episode. But yeah, basically we're going to be forward driving and finding a campsite somewhere way out the back. Yep. So last week we left you off at Warra. We drove yesterday 350 k's and camped overnight at Gladstone. So we'll cut back to what we got up to in Gladstone, and then we'll see you out in the property. Right, so about 150 k's south of Carnarvon. Not a free camp. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is with this area. It's part of the Shark Bay World Heritage Area. Minimal camp fees apply. $13 per adult per night. $5 for kids under 16, I think.
I think over 8.
Oh, so our kids are only 7, are they?
Well, one technically.
Well, one is actually, yeah. Right. It's quite a weird little place. Hey, there's a historic jetty that goes out. I went for a little walk before. It was really rickety, so you're not meant to be walking all over that. It's obviously quite a tidal area with these mud flats here, low tide. But they make it really good for the kids because they've got like a little cricket set and a tennis set and basketball hoop with heaps of balls. They've also got like a little rustic red earth mini golf course, which the kids have had a really good play at. Dump point, toilets, and there's artesian showers here. Have you seen them? Super rustic. Oh man, you turn a big gate valve and then there's like an old peach tin, an old tin can with holes drilled in the bottom. And that's where the water comes out. Yeah, but I felt the water's really nice and warm actually. Anyway, like I said, just pulled in. Kids have already had a good old game of mini golf. Then we're just going to relax and chill out before we pack up and push on.
Yeah. so we're all set up. We found our spot. This property is massive. It's 350,000 acres, so there's plenty of space to just come and find a spot and not be on top of other campers. It's just so peaceful. We've come out to Ellie's pool, which we've got the river behind us, so the kids have been playing around there this afternoon. We only saw a few other campers in. I think it's fairly quiet at the moment because we're just at the end of the school holidays, but we've scored ourselves a really nice spot. It was a little bit of rocky grounds to make our way here, but that just adds to the adventure. We did go to Bully Pools East and had a look, which was beautiful. That had the river also, but it was very shaded, so we were going to struggle with our solar, I think. So we headed on a little bit further on down the track. I think Ellie's pool is about 6 k's from the homestead. Took us probably close to an hour, I think, but we were sort of stopping a few times and, you know, taking some footage and stuff. It does say on the map about 30 minutes to get here, I think, when you're towing, but we've scored just such a beautiful spot. So peaceful. So tonight I think we are going to be just sitting around the campfire and having a bit of dinner and just taking in this beautiful view. This is our view for the next 4 days. Only 4 more nights and we're home. So we're going to get into, the kids are lighting the fire with Craig now. So that will be us for tonight and we'll see you in the morning.
Oh, good morning. Wowee, that was a chilly night last night. That was super cold. Always when I'm trying to talk. Anyway, that's our campsite right there. What a spot, hey. Honestly, the next camper is about 2 kilometers that way. Obviously, we're out of school holidays now, so I can't say how busy it gets during school holidays or when the weather's a little bit warmer. But right now, there is no one around, and that's perfect for us. We're not antisocial, but when you're in a spot like this, how brilliant is it to just be by yourself? Right, so plan of attack today, we're just going to have a little bit of a lazy day this morning, and then we're going to shoot into Kalbarri. We've got a couple of little supplies we want to pick up, and there's a brilliant little, what would you call it, fish pub, fish cafe called Finlay's. Last time I was there, I was about Cameron's age, so about 30 years ago. It's basically fish and chips, and you could probably get beers and stuff there as well. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do a little bit of exploring around the property today, later this afternoon. There's heaps of four-wheel drive tracks and lots of points of interest we want to go and check out. Tomorrow we will be shooting out to Kalbarri National Park. They've got some gorges and there's like a sky rim walk. It's a platform that takes you right out over the gorge. We're going to check that out, come back to the property, do some more four-wheel driving. So when we checked in yesterday, there's a big map of the property and you can take a photo of it, and there's all the tracks labelled on there and just basically crisscrosses the whole property. And there was sort of two options, the lady was telling me. You can either go downstream, which is where they generally send all the caravans, you know, the not so off-road rigs, and then upstream, which is where we've come, where they send the four-wheel drives, rooftop tents and off-road camper trailers. Because it is a little bit trickier four-wheel driving, bit technical in some spots, pretty tight in other areas. So that's where we've come, the upstream section, and there's loads of camp spots along the way. You get track notes as well, so you just reset your trip meter and then you know which intersection you're at by reading the notes and looking at the map. Bittersweet. Love this place. but this will be the last episode of our big trip, because after here we go home and back to work. But look, it's been a fantastic holiday, fantastic opportunity. Don't regret it one little bit. Cost us way more than we were expecting. We blew our budget out, but you know, we're super fortunate and appreciate and acknowledge that, you know, not everyone gets to do this sort of stuff, especially when the kids are young. And that's what this is. It's about building memories with the family. So the kids are old enough to remember it and young enough that it doesn't impact their schoolwork too much. And we've also got all these videos to look back on.
So we came to check out our site that we had last time. It's actually not too busy as it was last time we were here, probably because the school holidays have ended. It is really quite nice here. I guess if it's a little bit quieter, you got the ablution blocks close by, and it is pretty, but definitely we prefer the bush camping. Craig's just pumping up the tyres, and we're going to head into town and go for some lunch.
Not much has changed since when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. Except there's a brewery here now, and it'd be rude of me not to try one of their beers. The only thing that's different is it's daytime and it's not busy at all. Every time I come here, it's so busy, there's so many people, super popular.
Yeah, we couldn't get in last time.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Yeah.
Now it's almost empty.
Nice little fish and chips lunch.
Yeah.
With the cheeky Kalbarri lager. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Didn't get you, can I? Cheers.
Thanks.
Alright, back on the property. First point of interest, well, it's not really a point of interest as such. It's a wild echidna. Oh, check him out.
He's a big one.
He is a big guy.
Well, there might be two. Is it two? No, just one.
Let's get on the other side of him.
Darling.
I spotted Cam. Cam saw him. Wait, echidna, stop. Oh, little buddy, it's not a good hiding spot for him.
No. I don't think anything wants to eat him though. It's too spiny. You are so cute.
So cool.
That's awesome. I've never been this close to a wild echidna. He's probably not too happy that we're here. But that's the thing, this property, it's full of wildlife. Yeah. We've seen so many kangaroos, different varieties of kangaroos. There's some red ones, some grey ones. Obviously the goats, the cattle, emus, echidna. The bird life is off the charts as well. Anyway, we should probably leave him. He's gonna find himself a better home after this little paparazzi encounter he's had.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, mate.
Bye-bye.
Come on. Oh man, she's a bit squeaky. The old girl needs a lube. And I'm not talking about Miranda. Oh man, this is so cool. So we're in the was it the goat yard?
Yeah.
The soak.
Stone wall. Well, yeah, it's an old goat yard.
Coming up to the soak and the old goat yard, and there's a stone wall here built by the convicts somewhere. We haven't found that yet, but all up along the cliff edge there's old goats trying to get away. Probably not going to be able to make that out. They're like little ants on that cliff face. No idea where this stone wall is though.
Did he poop his pants?
Oh. I think this guy might be one of those collapsing goats. He tried to run away. He took a couple of steps and then tipped over.
Has he done that twice?
Right, so I'm going to have to give up on the stone wall. We couldn't find it. We'll ask the lady at reception tomorrow. But really nice countryside to be driving through actually. Hey Cam. Right, another point of interest. The Anu. It's basically a tunnel without a roof due to water erosion. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. That's cool.
I've never seen an anu before. This is my first anu. Anu!
Oh no way. You can go all the way through.
Huh?
You can go down all the way through.
Let's do it. I'm coming.
Oh, wow.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Then it would be. Whoa! You can go. There's even water in here.
Go walk through, buddy.
Okay. There's so much. I'm coming. It's stinking and there's poo everywhere. Whoa, that's sick.
Oh, how cool is it? Just keep
Oh
going.
my god.
I'm gonna take you.
Hey!
Oh, wow. Hey,
Wait, can you go behind that one?
that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Hey, why am I meant to be lost? It was your destiny to be lost.
What do you think of that?
Pretty cool. Good. Now we walk through the animal again.
Oh, a couple more spots. There's one I really want to get to. There's a grader that got caught in a flood. It's basically just gone to ruins now. Back in 2000, I think. I guess the river flooded and it caught the grader. And yeah, it's just derelict piece of farm machinery. Probably sitting on the banks or half decayed, eroded, whatever. Oh man, this grader, it almost got the best of me. Everyone's over it. It's 10 to 6, we still got to cook dinner. Everyone's tired and cranky and hungry. And it was an extra...
Half an hour.
From tunnels? What was it from tunnel?
I know.
The tunnel. 45 minutes, you reckon? Probably.
Hour.
It's only 10 Ks. It took 45 minutes. We found it! The wrecked grader.
How did they get it out?
How did they get it out? Well, I think that's where it got caught in the flood, I guess. Maybe all up here was flooded in the 2000 flood and just ruined the machine. But you know how long it took us to get here? Four-wheel driving. How long did it take the grader to get here?
Oh.
They don't go very fast.
And they're big too.
Oh, finally made it.
Too big.
Oh, it took everything in me not to turn around. I'm not very popular at the moment. Oh, but I knew we were getting closer. It didn't say on the track notes exactly how far along it was, unfortunately. It's the only one that didn't say greater, you know, X kilometres from the previous point of interest. It just said about half an hour's driving, but it took us a little bit longer. Right, I better get these guys back. They want dinner and they want a fire. And they don't want to go on bumpy four-wheel drive tracks. That's my fun. Everyone else hates it. Well, good morning everyone. We're on our way to
Eyes on the road.
We're on our way to Kalbarri National Park to go and do these gorge walks and the Skywalk and all that, sorry.
Skywalk?
And yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it? Skywalk.
I think so. To your left.
And then we're coming back to the property and doing the downstream full
To your
drive
right,
tracks.
to your right, to your right, to your
We're
right.
off the track, we're off the track!
You're right.
And
Right,
small
let's
inputs,
go.
Japan. Yeah, so National Park to the left because we're off the track
To
again.
the left. To the left, and there's a big tree
And
coming.
and there's a, oh, maybe I'll take over this bit. Anyway, hopefully we make it there safely, and we'll see you when we get to the gorges. Up at the Skywalk, guys, what do you reckon about this? You're about to walk over the gorge. Away you go.
It's going to be a very long way down if you fall.
Yeah, don't fall.
Yeah, don't fall, mate. Alrighty, we're headed to Nature's Window. Now this sandstone was laid down 400 to 420 million years ago. And there's evidence of some of the first living creatures to ever venture out of the ocean. They're called arthropods. They're like insects, scorpions, crustaceans, anything with an exoskeleton basically is an arthropod. And there's some evidence of their living here, 400 odd million years ago. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you see?
Ripples.
What are they an indication of?
Inland sea.
Yeah. How's that? In the middle of this rock face here, this is evidence 400 million odd years ago, whatever it was, that there was water sitting here, creating those ripples, and then all these layers build up over time, and then it gets eroded away over time for us to see. Fascinated?
Wow.
One day, I'm still holding hope, and one day they'll appreciate it. Not a bad view really, is it, out your window? Just come across some more evidence of those arthropods' existence from all those millions of years ago. There's all these little squiggles in the rock. It's like they're burrowings, like when they burrow into the soft sand or mud or whatever. It's all through here. Almost look like little worms or tubes. I know my kids don't enjoy it, but I find it fascinating trying to think what the earth was like, hundreds of millions of years ago. These little insect type creatures just going about their business. Hundreds of millions of years later, the evidence of what they were up to, there for us to see. It's fascinating. Yet more evidence, arthropod tracks. So cool, man. Jacqueline?
Yeah?
You see that funny looking creature on the sign?
Yeah.
His tracks are right there.
Yeah, I know. Jacqueline, that right?
Every time I just die inside a little bit, hey?
It's cool. It's an ancient creature's footprints.
You're my favourite. Sorry, Jacqueline. Alrighty, the Z Bend River Trail. Time for the main event. Well, I guess Nature's Window is pretty cool, but there's something about scrabbling down into a gorge and then going for a freezing cold swim once you're at the bottom. This is the main attraction as far as I'm concerned of the national park. But the national park, it sort of extends outside where we are now. Did you know that?
No.
There's a little bit further up the main road called a spot called Hawk's Head, I think it was. That's about 20 k's away. There's also, I forget the name of this one, Lookout, Miami Lookout, sorry. But also right at the river mouth in town, all along the cliffs there, there's quite a few lookouts looking out over the ocean with the red rock cliffs. There was Red Bluff, Pot Alley, Mushroom Rock, is it Eagle Ridge or Eagle Bluff?
Eagle Bluff, I think
Eagle
it is.
Bluff. So yeah, there's more to do in Kalbarri than just where we are right now. This is sort of the main attractions, but the national park does extend to different areas around the town. There's a hurricane coming from behind me.
Makes me nervous.
Is that your breath down the back of my neck?
Yes, it is. It makes me extremely nervous.
Well, we made it all the way to the bottom. Time for a freezing cold swim. And the wind's here just in time as well. Man, that's going to be chilly getting out. That big peak over there, that's Red Bluff. That's our next stop. We will hopefully get some views of some whales up there and at least see this storm rolling in too. That's awesome, hey, just the rawness and the power of the ocean and the weather-beaten rocks, the redness of the rocks and the whiteness of the sand and the so good. What do you think, Cam?
It was cool.
Mushroom rock, winner winner. Right, let's go see if we can see some whales from Red Bluff. Just walking out to look out at Red Bluff, and we saw on the drive in the amount of whale activity out there is awesome.
Yeah.
What a lookout though, hey? Like we're not even at the tip yet and got a good view of the coastline back into town and the river mouth. Well, good morning everyone. The rain came in last night, but we've got a really good break in the weather now. So we're going to take this opportunity and go on full drive down the downstream side of the property. You ready, kids?
Yeah.
All right, come on, let's go. All right, well, we've just arrived at the first point of interest I wanted to come to, and it's pretty appropriately named Sand Patch. And I'll jump out in a sec and show you why. But we're not going to spend much time here because it is blowing its absolute boobs off. Anyway, check this out, man. Oh, so when you're just getting sandblasted, sunnies are going on, and yeah, whoa, God. Whew. You can imagine yourself having a fair bit of fun out here with the four-wheel drives, charging up and down these sand dunes, but it's not a good day for it today. I'm not too sure how close you can get to the beach. You probably can't even hear a word I'm saying, right? So I think we're going to push on. Well, Castle Rock. I seem to remember last time we did this, it was about 3 years ago. The sand dune up was a lot softer and a lot steeper. I think most of it's been blown away, to be honest, which doesn't surprise me with the wind that we got today. The view is exactly as I remember it. Upstream, And then there's the city over there, Kalbarri town, downstream in the river mouth. What do you think, Jacqueline?
Cold.
Hey?
Oh.
But look at the views. Well, unfortunately today's not the day really for it. We're gonna head down to the last point of interest, Town Beach. Basically it's on the opposite side of the river mouth that you get from town. So we're gonna shoot down there. You can't drive all the way to the river mouth. There's a little spot or sign, it says Town Beach, you gotta stop there. This wind, oh, I'm getting sandblasted. Righto, everyone's over it. This is a day for me. I love four-wheel driving. Family, not so much. Well, this is it. Last stop for the day. Town Beach. It's as far as they want you to go on their tracks. They don't want you four-wheel driving any further, close to the river mouth, which is fair enough. We actually spent a day here a few years ago. First time we came, when we hired that camper I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. We spent a whole day down here. The kids just swimming in the shallows, I was fishing. Had a bit of lunch down here. Today's not the day, obviously. Yep. Good old Kalbarri, love it. Well, back to the campsite, I suppose. It looks so mild from the outside. When you're in and you can't see exactly where the rocks are, it's a lot more nerve-wracking. But she done good. She's brought us the whole way back.
Good morning. So the last day of the trip has arrived. It's nice and early. We've got a big day ahead of us. It's going to take us probably about 40 minutes to get off the property, and then we've got a big drive home, nearly 6 hours. So we're packed up nice and early, ready to hit the road. We didn't do any filming once we got back to camp yesterday. We just enjoyed our last day of the trip together. The kids had fun on the rope swing, and you know, we just enjoyed the campfire and whatnot. So real mixed emotions about going home. It'll be great to get back and see family and friends and, you know, our pets and whatnot, but sad the trip has come to an end. It's been a really great time, and it's been fantastic taking you guys along with us. As you know, there's been some highs and lows, but it's been a fantastic trip overall. We really appreciate all your support, and if you've enjoyed the series, please give us a like, drop us a comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate all the support and connecting with you guys. Craig would join me on this final goodbye, but he's just a little bit too depressed to talk right now. He's not too happy about heading back to work on Monday.
Oh. Look, all honesty though, totally appreciate that we had the opportunity to do this for 18 weeks with the kids at the age that they are. Doesn't impact their school too much.
Yeah.
And they're old enough to make these everlasting memories for a lifetime. That's what this trip is. It's all about making memories for a lifetime. And we've got the videos that we can always look back upon.
Which is fantastic, yeah.
Anyway.
But thanks a lot, guys. And there's more adventures to come, so we'll catch you on the next one.
See you then.
Let's hit the road.
Catch up.